Hello there, it's Donna again with the paper cutters. I'm going to do a video today on how I color skin. I use my Prisma pencils, not watercolor pencils, just regular pencils. I use a blending stump for blending out the odorless mineral spirits. I keep my mineral spirits in a little Stampendous bottle that has a little dauber top. That way when I'm ready to blend, I just tap the top with my paper stump, like that, and then I blend it out. I stamp my images with Memento black ink, and then I've also used a cute little CC Designs little stamp. I will be selling these on my Etsy store for $6.99. It is a rubber stamp, already has the foam backing on it and everything. It's ready to go. You just have to trim it out and put it on a block. Alright, let's get started. When I color with my Prisma pencils, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. Move everything out of the way. Okay. When I color with my Prisma pencils, I use light peach first, and that is this one, light peach number 927. I lay down that color first, and then I add peach, which is number 939, and then for a little shadowing in the corner or under her hair or her little bang area, I use burnt ochre, and that's number 943. Alright, let's get started. When I lay down my base color of the light peach, and all my colors, I really do just do little scribbles all the way around where you want to do the color. So I just do little scribbles. You don't have to push too hard. And the paper I'm using is a Hammermill 100-pound weight paper, but I like any paper that's a really smooth surface. I really am not particular on brands. I've used a Mohawk brand from Kelly Paper, and this one is also from Kelly Paper, and it's Hammermill. I use whatever is smooth and lets the color be moved around with the odorless mineral spirits. Okay, I've dabbed in my Gamsol. That's the brand I'm using, but there's many different brands you could purchase. So I continue to do the little swirls, circular motion, all the way around. And you want to stay concentrated in the area where you've laid down the color. You don't want to move too fast, because what the Gamsol does is it breaks down the wax in the pencil and lets you move the color across the paper. So once you go all the way across and it looks blended, you don't see any more pencil marks, it's all blended out smoothly, then you can add your second color, which again I like the light peach, and again I do the little scribbles under, whoops, I grabbed the same one, sorry. Here we go, light, that was light peach, this one is the peach color. See how it's a little bit darker? And this definitely starts adding in the shadows that you want for your image, and a little shading. Okay, so once you go all the way around in your little scribbles, get your paper stump again and put it back in the Gamsol. And again, just go around, blending it all out. And what you're doing is you're pulling that color from the edges of the image of her face, and you're pulling it into the, you're pulling the color into the white space. I like to leave a little bit of white on my image. I don't blend it where it's totally covered. I leave a little bit wherever your light source is coming from. If it's from the sides, then you'd leave it lighter where you would see fit. In this case, I'm doing it just straight on. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of burnt ochre. This one is a very pigmented color, and you don't need very much. I'm just going to add a little bit under her bangs and maybe at the sides of her face. This one is very pigmented and very dark. If you get too much on there, she might look very suntanned, which is fine. She is in a little summer dress, but it really doesn't take very much of this one. What's nice about pencils is you can erase. If it is too dark, you can get your eraser and take some of that color off. Okay, again, I'm just doing the little circles. And you can really feel the wax as it melts. You can feel it get creamy under the paper stump. And that's exactly what you want. Now see, in this case, I think she looks a little too shaded on the top. So I will go back and try to lighten that a little bit with a little bit more Gamsol and blend it out a little more. That helped. Just like that. And if you blend it out and you think, oh, it needs a little more color, maybe in a particular area, in this case I'm going to do a little bit more up here. What you want to do as you start laying down the color, and if you need to leave more color in an area, instead of doing the circles, I do just a little dab and touch lightly with my paper stump just to leave the color in that general area. Because you don't want to pull it all out, you're trying to shadow it, you want to leave some of the shadow in those little corners. Just like that, so that you don't see any pencil lines. And that's pretty much how I do skin. After this, I always do my face first, or skin, all her skin areas first, and then I go and I do the hair. So that is a personal preference how you like to do it, but I would recommend doing lighter colors first. If not, if you have some heavy pigmented colors, if you did those first and then her face, you could drag those unwanted colors into her skin, and you don't really want to do that. Alright, that's pretty simple. I'll show you a card that I made with this little girl. Zoom up a little bit. I made this for a class that we did at the Occasional Artist. It's a little tri-step card or side step card. And that's the little image all colored up, and I did her hair, and everything again is in pencils. I will be selling this little stamp on my Etsy shop, so take a look at it. It's under the paper cutters. I'll put a link at the bottom so that you can just hop on over if you want to get one of these. I do have a couple of these left in my store. So, alright, talk to you later. Bye.